Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about She-Hulk, episode 3, The People versus Emil Blonsky. And yeah, we get to see our first, trial of Emil Blonsky going to court. I don't think it's over yet, obviously, because they don't make a final call on whether Blonsky will be freed or not. They just have the first hearing of this season, and yeah, look, I thought the court stuff was all great in this episode. Obviously, Wong shows up in this episode, and I think we were all figuring it out that he was going to show up in this episode. He was seen in the trailers, so we knew he was coming, and it just made sense for episode 3 to feature him. And I loved Wong in this episode. He is so funny. Benedict Wong himself, yeah, that's his last name if you didn't know. Benedict Wong is such a great actor. Everything he's in, like I know he was in The Martian, and there were a couple of other movies I remember seeing him in. That he's always great, and but as Wong in the Doctor Strange movies or in the MCU in general, it's always fun when he pops up, and even his cameo, which he explains in Shang-Chi last year. It was fun seeing him explain that. Something that I thought was interesting that, last week Blonsky says that he had seven soulmates, and a lot of people right away were guessing, oh, that must mean the Thunderbolts. That line went past my head. So when people were speculating Thunderbolts, I was like, oh, what? Really? Oh, wow, that's cool. And then the Seven Soulmates came, and they're actually seven soulmates that he pen palled to while he was in prison. And I was like, those are the seven soulmates? Bullshit. So I thought it was funny. I just, I thought, yeah, I want to see Abomination again in in Thunderbolts, but it looks like this is putting it to rest that maybe not, because even Wong himself says, "Yeah, I'm not training it. I just got him out because I need to train." So, and we all thought, oh, maybe he was being trained. Blonsky was being trained to join the Thunderbolts, but it's like, why does Blonsky need to be trained? Because yeah, he's a skilled fighter that was in the military for so many years. So what Wong said, even though I thought it was a little odd, that like, wait, what does Wong need to train for? Also, because I think Wong was bullshitting there, but fine. Uh, we'll let it go. We'll let it go because it was funny for the show, and I thought it was he was a lot of fun in the show. So I'll leave it there. We also got this B storyline, which I'm glad towards the end of the episode when they came together. Uh, um, Jennifer was like, "Oh, here's where the A story and the B story meet or collide or whatever." Um, we got Josh Segura as Pug, who we saw briefly in the previous episode, but he now gets to show off his lawyer skills because he's taking on the job of defending that douchebag who just looks at women as nothing, just objects of his affection, and that's it. He's going to court because he was tricked that he was dating a celebrity, and which was very funny when it turned out to be an Asgardian elf of some sort that can transform into anything she wants. He was very pissy about that, and at first I'm like thinking, what's this all about? I don't know. But then when the elf actually shows up, I'm like, oh, this is like I could see this character showing up in a Taika Waititi a Thor film, because that's where the episode got really wacky, and I was enjoying it. I thought it was really interesting, but at the same time, I was like, wow, this is the show was really funny, but now it's getting wacky. And so I thought the Asgardian Elf B storyline. That's why it's the B storyline. The B storylines can get wacky, and they just showed us that with this episode. And look, I enjoyed it. I think Josh Segura, if any of you remember, he's the guy who played Prometheus on Arrow back in season 5, who was terrific, by the way. He was one of the best Arrow villains in main villains in a season. And so to now see him on this show playing a different type of role is really cool. I think he's already doing a really good job. Um, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe he can end up with Jennifer. I think there was some good chemistry back and forth with the two of them. And I don't know how the characters are in the comics. I don't know if Jen is clearly going to have a dating life because there's a clip in one trailer where she's carrying somebody. I don't remember who that person is. And then there was the thing at the end of this episode. That's where those criminals came out of nowhere, people with Asgardian weapons trying to attack Jen. Jen kicked all their asses, but then we learned that they were trying to get her blood, which explains why someone tried to. I thought someone tried to stab her, but apparently it was the needle that they were trying to take her blood. And they said, "Oh, the boss is going to get angry about this." So clearly, this was a pre-planned attack, and it makes me wonder who is the boss. And I'm going to make a big prediction now. I think it's the leader. That's right. I think the leader, played by Tim Blake Nelson from The Incredible Hulk back in 2008, I think he's going to return. He's the only, well, him and Betty are the only two characters left that I think need to return from that movie. We already got, Thunderbolt Ross. We got now Emil Blonsky, Betty Ross, and I think they're gonna save Betty Ross for a movie. I think they want to give the Hulk a proper ending one day, and what better way than getting Bruce and Betty back together after all these years? Especially since Natasha's gone, Natasha's not there to stand in the way. I think it's time to reunite Bruce and Betty. I made a video about it, one of my top videos. So some people want Steve and Natasha. If that, well, now they're both gone. So now let's get Bruce and Betty. So there we go. Um, and finally, I think, yeah. So I think it's going to be the leader. If it's not the leader, then it's going to be the guy in charge of basically Jennifer's boss right now. That's my second choice. But I'm hoping that it's the leader. Tim Blake Nelson will return as the leader. We'll see. We'll see. With that being said, I thought this was another really great episode. I am loving this show so far. Each and every episode so far, I have been really enjoying thoroughly. So I can't wait for episode 4. I'm going to make a bold prediction for next week. I think episode 4 will be the Daredevil episode. So we will see. Because in one scene, I forgot what it was that they said something about. They gave Jen the idea of getting something to not turn um, Blonsky into the abomination, some sort of device or something. I forgot what it was right now that they said. And it gave Jen that idea, and I wonder if that's what they're going to do next week. She's going to go get something that can keep Blonsky all the time as Emil Blonsky and never turn into the abomination again. So it'll be interesting to see. I hope they don't like permanently get rid of Abomination. I want to see Tim Roth return as the Abomination after this show is over. But I have a feeling they might actually close his storyline. So we'll see. Especially since it really does feel like he is redeemed, like he is on the straight and narrow path of being a good person. Um, but you'll never know. So, with that being said, I really like this episode. Comment below and tell me your thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think? Did you really enjoy it like I did, or were you disappointed? Let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. All the support is really much appreciated. And with that being said, until next time, take care.